So this is Alyssa taking off the grill of the Jeep. Today, we got some parts here. Got some parts there. Sorry about the shaking. Get my trailer open here. This is really hard to do with one hand. And we got a radiator, bunch of coolant, belts, tensioners, idlers, pulleys, oil, filter, wiring harness for the hitch, all that fun stuff in there. And some door clips because I broke some off trying to get the speakers out. But that's what we're doing today. We'll keep you posted. Hopefully everything goes well. Alright, so we're starting on replacing the radiator, thermostat, water pump, hoses, belts, tensioners, idlers, all that fun stuff. That's what we're going to do. First step is disconnecting the battery, and then we're also going to remove this grill. Now this grill is held in with 4 little snap points here, 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 and here. It comes forward, and there's clips there. Some broken ones there, a broken one there, and a clip there. Okay, so after removing the grill and this upper support here, which I'm going to pull in a minute, we need to undo these 2 bolts here and slide these braces out of the way, and that'll let the hood latch come down, and we can pull this support off here. It's all unbolted. There's 2 10mm bolts, one here, here, another here, and here. And right now, I am loosening. You can see the 2, let's focus on it. You can see the 2 nuts that I'm loosening to use this fan clutch tool. We're going to remove this mechanical fan to make our lives easier. But that's what we're going to go ahead and do now. Okay, so first step is done. We removed bolts here. There's a 10mm here, one on the radiator on each side. Those are obviously gone. Got the radiator out. The shroud.
Let's see what
we did not get the fan off. We were working on that. We need to go buy a tool. Here's the wrench. Alright, so the radiator, shroud have all been removed. Water pump, thermostat, clutch fan, assembly. And this is where we're at right now. Getting ready to clean everything up to put on the new thermostat and water pump. Alright, so we got everything done so far. So everything's put back together. New thermostat, water pump, gaskets, radiator, belts, idler, pulley. I'm only running the mechanical fan right there because, as you can see, the electric fan is not there. It died. But we're just topping her off now. Hey, can you guess what the topic of this video might be? Well, last video, I had talked about the electric auxiliary fan dying in the Grand Cherokee, and we end up leaving it out and running just the mechanical fan. Ran into 2 problems with that, and I'll explain them now. First, this is the old fan clutch. It is no bueno. Does not work very well. For whatever reason, I mean, there's not much to go wrong on these things, but it doesn't function. The mechanical fan just was not moving hardly any air. After installing a new fan clutch, that thing moves a metric butt ton of air. Plenty sufficient on its own to cool the Jeep. But mine was equipped with the auxiliary electric fan, and I wanted it to work, so I bought a new one and put it in. Ran into a problem the very next day. As you can see here, there's that little post with those 3 little stubs. They line up in there. Well, the new fan had the same, you can see the outline from where the clip used to be on this fan. Well, the clip came off the new fan. It came apart from the motor and decided it wanted to bounce around between this motor and the radiator in the Jeep. So I had to pull the cooling system apart again. I did that. I pulled the C-clip off of this fan, put it on the new one, and it worked. Thank God. So let's go there and take a look at that real quick. We'll go over what I've done so far. This is my 3rd attempt at making this video. I'm trying desperately to keep it short because I know my attention span is that of a goldfish. Yours might be too. So let's go look at the Jeep real quick. We'll go over what I've done with the cooling system, what I've done so far, and yeah, good enough for me. This is my 2004 convertible Mustang GT. We got my 2016 Ninja 650, my son's car, my wife's car, the Grand Cherokee. Alright, so with the cooling system, we replaced, as far as I'm aware, everything except, you can see this had the notorious jacked up door wiring that needed to be fixed. Ta-da! New hood struts. We'll go to the back. They got new liftgate struts installed on the back. Forgot to do the rear window. Need to get those done so we don't get busted in the head with that glass anymore. But we have the majority of everything is Gates. I personally like Gates products, so I use them. Never had any issues. So all Gates hoses, all new Gates hoses everywhere. Thermostat housing, thermostat, water pump. There's that new fan clutch. And if we look in there, there's the new electric auxiliary fan. Works like a champ. Even in the 100+ degree weather we've had the last few days, this thing will sit at a stoplight forever with the AC on, and it will not overheat. It's great. So, like I said, the only thing I haven't replaced, well, I guess is this tube, radiator cap, and the expansion tank, which I want to do just because it's just so cruddy looking. It functions, not broken or anything, but it's ugly. So we'll take care of that. Let's get to the, step back a second. I'm sorry. I don't think I may not have said it in the other videos. This is my 2004 Grand Cherokee Special Edition. At one point, I believed that all the Grand Cherokees were Laredos. But I noticed this morning this one does not say Laredo. But with the Special Edition package, it did get the body color cladding, which I like much better than the plastic that fades to gray. Go over this real quick. Ta-da! Now, for you, those of you that know what you're looking at, that obviously is a liftgate strut, and it is obviously installed upside down. I was hot and tired. But it doesn't bind, it doesn't catch anything, and it lifts the tailgate just fine, so we're going to leave them like that for now. You could see where the last strut broke and shoved itself in between the body and the liftgate and chipped off some paint there. Annoying, but whatever. It's fixed now. That stays up. Good to go. Let's talk about this stupid ass Chrysler 3-point speaker mounting design. I think there's a speaker over there. Oh wow, sorry. Anyways, I do have the door panels back on, so I can't show you exactly what I'm talking about. But long story short, there are, instead of 4 holes to mount your speaker, there's only 3, kind of in a triangular shape, in these Jeeps. They make a Chrysler adapter that mounts to those 3 holes, and then it's got a ring inside of it that your aftermarket speaker with generally 4 mounting holes mounts into. The problem with that is, while the adapter did mount just fine and the speaker fit into the adapter just fine, all the different holes for different speaker sizes from 6.5 inches up to 6 3/4 were blocked by the door. So I still had to drill through the adapter into the door to get the screws to go in through the adapter to mount the speaker in the door. Big pain in the butt. All said and done, it's finally together. So we've got music in here. We'll get the speakers I want in here later. They're really expensive, so it's not high on the list of priorities. I just noticed this. There's always you kidding me? There's always something. This is a 2004, so it does have a lot of years on it. It has a lot of miles. So I expect stuff like this, and it's going to take me time and money to get it all up to where I want it to be. We have big plans for this thing. I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. We're going to do all the traditional WJ stuff that everybody else does. Nothing earth-shattering or groundbreaking here. I'm going to go through first initially like I've been doing with the engine and just replacing everything. Doing kind of like a factory restoration. And then once everything's new and she drives nice and tight and good, solid, reliable daily driver, then I'm going to start throwing suspension components at it. Got a set of JK wheels to go on here, and haven't decided if we're doing 32s or 33s, but I have decided we are doing the 4-inch Iron Rock off-road lift kit. So I'm not sure what size tires that will clear, but it's going to be a 32 or 33. I don't want any rubbing issues, but I don't want little tiny tires on there. So that's the plan so far. Needs a little bit of TLC, a little bit of love. Runs like a champ. So I will let you guys go. Next time I do something, I'll try and record it. It's hard to remember to put everything on camera. But as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making them.